Alright, YouTube, back again. It is now 9:01, September 13th, 2010. That is a Monday. Here goes the rant and rave. I originally had the different one planned, and it was going to go up, but for some reason it didn't upload. I don't know why. Excuse me. But here it goes. Okay, this one is about customer service agents that are rude. Now, as I said in my video before to this one, and I did tonight about my day, and the reason I'm dressed so nicely is because I did have a job interview today. But I stopped at a couple other places to check my applications, see how they're doing. And of the other places I checked, I had some very rude customer service agents. Now, granted, yes, I know, I'm sure you guys have a hard day, you guys have to deal with shit all day, but does not mean you gotta take it out on us. Okay? So, to go amongst with this, here's what happened. As I said before in one of my other videos, I can't remember which one, I used to work for Walmart. I went back to try to go to work for Walmart. So, I asked the customer service agent, may I please speak to somebody in personnel, or a manager? She replies back, and this is exactly how she sounded, I swear to God. Even my mom heard her, and she confirmed this. What is this pertaining to, sir? And I was like, ma'am, this is none of your business. I would just like to see a person from personnel, or a manager, please. Well, what is this pertaining to, sir? She says to me again. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm going to ask you again real nicely. Please contact the manager, or please get somebody from personnel up here. I'd like to speak with one of them. Well, do you have your phone with you, sir? And I was like, yes, I do. Do you need to use it? Granted, I know she didn't have to, but I was being polite. And she's like, no, sir. I was going to give you the number to our back personnel office, sir. So I was like, okay, I can do that. So she gives me the number to a little old lady who barely speaks a word of English, and I made out what she said was, stop calling me, you stupid little fucks. Now, by the time I made this phone call, I was already out of the store and walking back to my vehicle. I was furious. So I told my mom, hold on a minute, I'll be back. I didn't go back to her. No. I went to somebody else in a different department. I walked up to the next available employee I saw in a different department. I think it was either the jewelry or electronics department, don't quote me. But I asked, may I please speak to a manager or a member of personnel, please? Again, this time as a gentleman. What is this pertaining to, sir? And I'm like, I would just like to see how my application is doing. That's all I need to know, just to see if they looked at it. Well, I can give you the number, sir, if you like, sir. And you can call them. Like, no, because last time I did that, I got a really angry old lady who barely spoke a word of English to me, yelling at me. So, he's like, well, there's nothing I can do about that, sir. I can't look up your app, sir. And I'm like, I didn't ask you to. I asked you nicely to please get a member of management for me, or a member of personnel for me, please. Just say, this gentleman was extremely rude as well. I can't do that for you, sir. And I'm like, well, that's why I need to speak to a member of management or personnel. Well, I'm a manager of this department, sir. I'm like, well, I didn't apply to work in your department. I applied for different departments, and one of them was not yours. Well, sir, I can't do nothing about that, sir. And I'm like, okay, fine, have a nice day. And I walked out. By this time, I was pretty steamed, but I cooled down on the ride to the next door. The next door I went to was a Walgreens. I've said this also before. I used to work for Walgreens. I worked for Walgreens for almost 2 years. I walked in, and this time it wasn't pertaining to an application. I actually have a very good couple of friends who work for Walgreens still. I asked to speak to my friend. I walked right up to the photo counter because the cashier at the front register was extremely busy. I asked very nicely, excuse me, I am looking for my friend. I'm not going to mention any names, and I understand he may have gotten transferred to a different store. I was just wondering, is this the store he got transferred to? She looks me dead in the eye and says, well, I can't give you that information, sir. I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, Do I have a freaking identical twin? Mm, or people who are just being a jackass to me today. Today seemed like rip on or shit on AJRants86. For some odd reason, I don't know why people were really upset about me today. I don't know what they were groggy about. So I asked again. Listen, I used to work for Walgreens for 2 years. Okay? Mm, I was just wondering, is this or is this not the store that my friend transferred to? If he is, can you please tell me when he works again? Because I'd really like to say I do and just know that this is his store. She's like, well, sir, I can't give you that information, sir. And I'm like, listen, ma'am, I know you can give me that information. Now you're just deciding not to give it to me. Granted, I don't know why. Okay? But you know what? I'm asking you nicely to please tell me this. Again, sir, this is nothing I can tell you, sir. And I'm thinking to myself, call me sir one more time. And I was like, but I'm like, okay, thank you. And when I walked away, she looks at me and says, I have my back turned to her, you have a nice, you know what, sir? You don't have any authority over me, sir. And that's when I blew up. I got really mad. And I rarely get very mad at people when I go to the stores. I turned around and looked at her and I said, listen, you stupid fat fuck. Okay? I asked you for a little piece of information. Nothing major. It's not like I walked up to you and asked you, hey, what's your sign? Or, hey, what's your social security number? I asked, is this or is this not where my friend got transferred to? Okay? You didn't have to be rude to me. You didn't have to tell me I have no authority over you, because I know I don't. But I don't appreciate the way you just talked to me. I didn't have to speak to a manager. I really should have, too. But all I asked was that I speak to see if my friend was working there. So I told her, I looked at her dead in the eye. I was like, listen, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I hope you go home, suck your boyfriend's cock or whatever the hell it is, and I hope you choke on it and die. Have a nice fucking day. Fuck you. And I walked out. So, those are my 2 random raves about today. So, as I've always said, you know what? I am one person only. Me. I'm not asking to change the world. Just, my rants and raves are my personal opinion, my freedom of speech. So, questions, comments, down below. I will see you guys here tomorrow. I will try to make another rant and rave video tomorrow. And yes, I apologize. I have been slacking on this. Bear with me. I do have other things to do in my life. Okay, so if you don't like my videos, click back up in the corner. It's right up there. It's called the back button. B-A-C-K. Back. You don't have to watch me. And a quick message to my fans and my 3 subscribers already. I greatly appreciate you guys. You know what? You guys are great. Pass my videos around. Put them on your Facebooks. I don't care what you do with them. Just, I greatly appreciate it. So, you folks have a great evening. I will see you guys all here tomorrow. One more quick note. I will be going on Ustream probably on Thursday of this week. So if you want to actually personally talk to me or just listen to me bitch and complain about something, I'll be doing live rants and raves probably for about an hour and a half tops. So I hope to see you guys there. I will give you guys a specific time if I decide to do that. So I'll see you guys all here tomorrow night. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.